everybody, welcome on back from that little break. We have 3 more matches today, plenty of entertainment for you. If I'm not mistaken, I know that the TurboGrafx Marathon has been happening this weekend as well. I watched a little bit of that yesterday. Fully recommended if you get a chance to go watch over. I believe it's Retro Gaming Live that has that. I don't remember exactly the name of the channel. If anybody wants to drop that in chat, that's completely fine. Allowed. So let's go ahead and move on to the game reveal for the second game. Specifically, we have a wonderful GM, Donkey Clonk. Uh-oh. I generally know what we're getting into when we have Donkey Clonk coming. Are we going to have that again? Hello there!
Going to have what again?
Like, we usually get something fairly old from you. You're the scavenger of, like, Amiga and Commodore 64.
Indeed, and I thought to give people a bit of a history lesson. Some years ago, there was this viral mobile game called Flappy Bird.
Yeah.
And I want to educate everyone about the original of that genre.
Oh my gosh. No, we have an hour of Flappy Bird.
This is Airwolf for Commodore 64.
Airwolf! Oh, everybody! I don't think we are going to see any actual wolves in this game. Instead, we just see helicopters flapping their way to victory. Now, honestly, Commodore 64 games do oftentimes have a lot of the same mechanics throughout, but occasionally we do get a little bit of a change up partway through. Is this game going to have any surprises like that?
No, this is I don't have words for it, really.
That's fair. When you don't have words for something, I know we should be worried. Now, yeah, that's the thing. There are a lot of these games that were older. They generally weren't intended for long playthroughs. A lot of the times, you know, you'd try to play it, somebody else would play a little bit, and then as soon as you got bored, you would switch to a different game. At least that was my experience, Donkey Kong. Did you sort of have that as well back in the day when you were playing Commodore 64 and other games like that?
Well, at that time, there weren't many options for entertainment. You couldn't really just tune in YouTube if there was nothing interesting. Then there were few things to switch to, really.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we had a lot of games on floppy disk when I was growing up, so, you know, that's mostly what we played on. And because of that, you know, it was relatively fast to switch to something else. Commodore 64 usually used the tape drive, which, while it took a little while to load, it still was a lot faster than many of the alternatives we have many of the alternatives of the day, you know? Or at least more sophisticated than many of the alternatives.
Yeah, the Commodore 64 had a digital tape drive, a dedicated tape drive. On the ZX Spectrum, you had to plug your computer into a cassette player and use audio from that cassette player to load games.
Yeah, it's so cool that it's just beeps and boops, and then bam, your game's loaded. I've actually got one of those cassette systems for Atari 2600, and yeah, all I did was I got a specific soundtrack for my phone, plugged my phone into the Atari 2600 via the audio capture device, and bam, can load the game. It's just kind of funny and strange to me how, like, you can use all various different forms of technology, and that we are so advanced but still are able to play those old games with your cell phone audio. It's so cool. I love old technology. I mean, if you ever saw the movie Hackers, everybody, they managed to use phone booths and play audio over the phone booths in order to hack into systems, and that actually was a real thing. Sort of. I don't know if anybody, like, used it extensively, but it was at least theoretically possible.
The acoustic coupler modem, yeah.
Yeah.
It was a slow technology, but cool looking in concept.
So this game definitely going to have a lot of beeps and boops. So if you suddenly feel like someone is jacking into your brain from this game, maybe they are. Da-da-da. Probably not, though. Gotta be honest. Hack the planet, everybody. Yeah, Alapex, you are right. Hack the planet. I think that's called biological, like, DNA stuff. Modifying genetic modification. That's hacking the planet. Here we go! Now everybody, this is Airwolf for the Commodore 64. I see a helicopter, I see a car, I see Elite. And question, it looks like there's a mission and a location. So when the players are playing, do they have to start from the first sector every time? Or after they have made a certain amount of progress, are they able to start on a later one?
Continues in my Commodore 64 games.
Why does one of them have shields and one doesn't? Like, Fault Sigabod does not have shields to the left of the bonus high score thing, and the other players do. Is that an issue?
There is intended to be shields, yes. I don't know if that will be an issue when starting the actual game.
Okay. I'm letting Fault Sigabod know that I don't see shields. I guess they didn't reset. Do they need to reset? Is that an issue at all?
I can tell the difference when they start the game. If they play the game and still have the status obey, that shouldn't be a problem.
Still have the what now?
That might just be the status of the last game they played, and that will be no problem then.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I kind of dig this music.
Yeah, this game is based on a TV show, and this is the title music for that TV show. I didn't watch much of the actual TV show, but it has a main character called Springfellow Hawk, who shoots things in a cool helicopter. America, heck yeah, and that boom and that sort of thing.
Well, everybody, I feel like we need some good emotes to spam in chat. So I would say helicopters, wolves, since this is Airwolf. Okay, and as soon as I see movement, I will start a timer. Spam your emotes. Spam, spam. If you have any Flappy Birds as well, that will be fine. Whoa!
Knight Rider in a helicopter, yeah, that is a good description. So, first thing they have to do is to solve a puzzle to get out of this first room.
Okay.
And you notice how players have an absolute heck of a time controlling the helicopter.
No.
You cannot keep it steady in flight. You have to constantly adjust, and that is a game over already for Jesus the Frog. Yeah, you have one life, you have enemies that one-shot you.
Oh no, BB728, that is game over. Oh, this is gonna be rough. Okay, I didn't start the timer? I even hit the timer button. Oh my gosh, well, okay. So the timer will be a little bit off because guess what? I always have to mess something up. You know, I'm looking at this, and just the way that this laser is bouncing off, this looks like proto Subterranea.
It is yeah, I see a similarity. Jesus the Frog is the first person to pick up a prisoner, and the problem is, unless the players clear the way, then they will be soft-locked on the way back, which they will discover once they return.
So, okay, that's fun. It looks like Fault Sigabud has figured out how to shoot straight down. I assume you didn't really tell them what the controls are for this, did you?
No, you can see in the player chat that I listed what manual the game had.
You did give them a map, though. So this map,
yeah.
Is this specifically just for the first level?
There is one big world map, and you have to pick up Prisoner 1, return to the starting point, pick up Prisoner 2, and return, and so on.
Okay, gotcha. Interesting, interesting. So, mission right now is rescue location Sector 1. Wow. I'm taking a look at this map. It's a little bit confusing, but honestly, it's not nearly as bad as some of the games that we've seen here. Could be rough for the players. By the way, if you want to know what Airwolf is, it is a fictional game. The helicopter itself is the Airwolf. It's an advanced prototype supersonic helicopter. As you can tell, supersonic is not really too necessary in this game, with stealth capabilities and a formidable arsenal. Yeah.
Nakarashi also is, I think, the second player to pick up the first prisoner, which is the easy part of the first mission.
Okay. Yeah, as it turns out, the guy who designed it within the show ended up fighting against the Americans. Yeah, I guess he got bribed over by Gaddafi. I'm not even kidding you, that's the plot. Okay, so Archangel recruits the reclusive Stringfellow Hawk, the chief test pilot during the development of Airwolf, to recover the gunship. Archangel leaves his assistant Gabrielle Adamar. I have a feeling that with Archangel and Gabrielle, we're getting a little bit of a biblical theme here, who becomes Hawk's love interest at Hawk's cabin to brief him for his mission. A week later, after an undercover operative in Libya is killed in the line of duty, Gabrielle is sent in undercover and Hawk is sent in sooner than originally planned. Okay, cool. Hawk does recover Airwolf, so I presume this is you playing as Hawk, getting out of the base, and basically trying to recover the helicopter as well as any prisoners if there are any. Jesus the Frog got killed by right angles. Absolutely the biggest enemy of any helicopter out there.
Yeah, and trying to go through that right angle obstacle will generally get you damaged worse than if you just fly a damage boost through it.
You know, I'm actually a little bit impressed by some
here.
stuff in this.
And Nakarashi is about to find out that you really can't dodge these flying phases. You need to shoot out that wall from the other side before going down to rescue the prisoner. But Nakarashi is in first place now. BV seems to be going the entirely wrong way.
Yeah. But that, like, we still have a lot of time to get through this game. False Ichabod just got wrecked by the right angles. Oh no.
Nakarashi is shooting at the other side of the wall, so he saw that puzzle, yeah. This is good progress for Nakarashi. But he tried to dodge the rectangle instead of going right through it, and that's what you get for that.
Yeah. Now, helicopters honestly are very difficult to fly. However, I feel like somebody who has experience with a helicopter probably wouldn't be running into as many walls as the players here. Simply put, you can set a helicopter, you can adjust it so that you're not constantly going up and down.
Yeah, the whole thing about helicopters is that they hover, and that is the one thing you cannot do in this game. You will need to constantly adjust up or down.
It's amazing. Yeah, you don't usually fly underground, but I assume that if it's big enough for a helicopter, and if the enemy's got the helicopter in here, they should have enough space for you to fly in there without too much difficulty.
Nakarashi is in first place and died to the fireballs on the way back.
The company that made this, by the way, Elite Systems, they made tons of games for the Commodore 64 back in the day, from what I see. Starting out with Blue Thunder, they worked on Airwolf, as we see right here. A lot of games for the CPC, Commodore 64, and ZX Spectrum, although they may have focused more on ports than anything else, because if I'm not mistaken, this game was it an arcade game?
No, I don't think so. But
Okay.
it was ported like pretty much every other. Anything that got released on one 8-bit microsystem generally got ported to the ZX Spectrum and the Amstrad as well.
Okay, they did also make a Duke of Hazzard game for the ZX Spectrum and Commodore 64. That actually looks like it's possibly much more enjoyable than this game. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, this game fits in with my theme of giving games that are difficult to control.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this company was also in charge of some of the ports of Ghosts and Goblins to the various platforms we have discussed. Commodore 6. There was a Commodore 16? Commodore 64 as well. They made... that might have been Capcom, but possibly they did the ZX Spectrum port. Yeah, they definitely did that. That is scary. I'm terrified.
And it seems like you have 9 shields. The problem is, 1, you don't have iframes, and B, hitting terrain would pinball you off the terrain into many other obstacles.
Okay.
And of course, the second enemy in the game just outright one-shots you.
Now, this mission, Return to Base, is it just meant for them to return to where they started?
Yes, I explicitly told them you have to pick up number 1, return to the starting point.
Yep, you do. In the pinned messages specifically, it says, keep this map ready. You will need to rescue the person at 1, return to the start point, rescue number 2, etc. Okay. But I see False Ichabod trying to navigate part of this cave that they don't really need to go to right now, you know?
No, this is the right way for Ichabod.
Oh, well, okay, never mind then.
Except Ichabod didn't clear out this in advance, and you can't do that.
Wait, you have to go clear it out beforehand?
Yes, I think Nakarashi discovered that and did clear this out in advance. You see, Nakarashi cleared it out in advance. Touch 1, yes. Nakarashi's about to defeat Mission 1.
There we go.
Location Sector 2.
Yeah.
Big lead for Nakarashi.
Good job, Nakarashi. That is actually pretty impressive that you already got that far. One thing that I do like about this game, by the way, is that a lot of the games of the time did not have music and game sound effects at the same time, and this game has some of both. Like, that's pretty good for the Commodore 64. Graphics-wise, I also really like the sprite of the helicopter. Yes, it's mostly static, but you can see the helicopter blades are pretty well animated, as well as the turning. The game runs well and very smoothly.
Yes, it's quite a good-looking game for 1986, which is when this came out, I think.
Yeah, like, honestly, just the type of scrolling here, it feels so natural, and the NES struggled quite a bit to have both horizontal and vertical scrolling at the same time, but this game does it. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a pretty good achievement.
Technically, yes, but oh boy, trying to play it. Jesus is clearing out a way in advance. And Jesus discovered he can damage boost and only lose 2 shields.
By the way, people are talking about how the music leaves a little bit to be desired. Come on, the person who did the music for Pinball Fantasies did this. How about Disney's Aladdin? How about music for Cliffhanger?
The Frog is the second to go to Sector 2.
Very nice. Jesus the Frog, I believe is how we say it around here. Yeah, the person who did the music for this has actually done a lot of music. Oh no, for 1942, did he do the music that goes... That one is good.
The Commodore 64 music version of 1942 ripped off a movie called 662 Section or something.
Oh, okay. My gosh. He did some of the music for Earthworm Jim Menace to the Galaxy. What? There was a Game Boy Color Earthworm Jim game? Oh, that can't be good. Oh, well, okay. I'm gonna go ahead and try to forget about that, because I do not want that in my memory. Someone please wash my brain. Wash it! Yeah, honestly, the guy who did the main programming for this, it's interesting. He didn't do a whole lot of games. You know, there were 3 games before this, and then finally he wrote some of the programming for Paperboy, it looks like, and that may be Paperboy for specifically ports to Commodore 64 and ZX Spectrum. So it's fascinating that somebody could have done a lot of good work on this game and not necessarily like worked on too many games. But again, I'd say that technically this game is a lot more impressive than gameplay-wise because of the constant hovering that you have to do in this.
Indeed. Your hitbox doesn't help either.
Yeah.
And Nakarashi died to the hitbox swinging out when you needed to adjust left or right slightly.
Yeah. Okay, this music is gonna be in my head probably for the next year.
False Ichabod getting so close to the base, dying on the boulder just before the door.
Oh my gosh, I feel like we're cowboys here in this game. Oh, false Ichabod going up the... It's like a helicopter elevator, except the opposite of the elevator, because it's there specifically to murder you. And I think false Ichabod is taking a little bit of a breather before going back in. Like, honestly, just taking a small chance to recuperate, because when you're playing a game like this, you are spending pretty much the entire time just micromanaging every movement of the helicopter, and it can get to the point where it gets extremely tiring as a player. So having a little bit of a breather can really help you gather up your mind to get through this again.
Definitely, because controlling this required constant adjustment.
People did point out that there is the name Chris above part of this, and that is probably a nod to the person who did the graphics as well as the design, Chris Harvey. So thank you, Chris Harvey, for all of the work that you put into this. Honestly, yeah, I'd say for graphics, this is very visually impressive. The only complaint that I have with this game would be the controls. And simply put, that breaks this game, makes it very, very frustrating. But, you know, if they didn't have controls like this, the game would probably be fairly quick to complete. So is that a complaint against the controls, or just a complaint about, like, I don't know. If they intended it to be difficult like this, maybe it's just the fact that it's a helicopter and helicopters are known for being able to hover. That's my complaint.
It's more of a case of the game testing being the dev and the dev only.
Yeah, honestly, you can get to the point as a dev that when you test something, you can think something is completely playable, but nobody else will be able to get through it easily at all. This is why you have QA. But in 1985, 86, you know, when this came out, that wasn't really a thing. People didn't have dedicated QA, you know? And oftentimes you ran into issues like this, the incredible amount of difficulty. And that's just how games were back then, you know? Video game companies are a little bit more spoiled because they have something called actual design. You know, they have people ensuring that games are playable by everyone, not just the developer.
Yeah, I think this early on, people didn't really know the characteristics of good design and bad design. It hadn't been codified.
I think people still knew when a game, like, was overly difficult, you know? Hey, Nakarashi is heading in the correct direction to get the second rescue.
Yeah, and there's a puzzle to be solved here, because you need to fill that with water from a switch somewhere, or you can't get your helicopter down there. That is too small.
You have to fill... Wait, you can. There we go.
He cheated. That is not the intended way to do that.
I can't believe people would come onto this stream and cheat.
Nah, it's just unintended. Ah!
But still, that is a significant lead by Nakarashi. Very nice. Cheater. But, you know, Kuso6rande, we are completely okay with people using glitches or exploits within the game as long as they're not entering cheat codes or anything else that's not intended. Well, I mean, not intended per se, as in against the rules of Kuso6rande, then they're fine. And using an exploit in order to get a prisoner out, or not a prisoner, whoever it is, that's completely fine. Exploit away, baby. Yeah, as Time Wanderer says in chat, the games are unfair to you, so why not be unfair to the game? Bingo.
And that is the right attitude.
I like it. I think most of the players are figuring out that they should clear out the brick walls before going and rescuing the person, because it's just way too difficult to do it after. You can, I believe, but it's just the bouncing faces. They're so deadly. What's with bouncing faces in a game based off of a TV show? I'm pretty sure this show did not have bouncing faces in it. It was a military show, not a bouncing faces show.
Yeah, there might have been a few liberties taken with the license.
Fair enough, fair enough.
BV is getting close to the end of the level, but didn't clear out the way beforehand. Ooh, this is close. One shield left.
Unfortunately,
Oh, no.
not able to make it. Yeah, he tried. And he died. But that's the life of an Airwolf, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to tell if BV or Ichabod is ahead. They died at pretty much the same place.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. What would an Airwolf look like? I imagine he would have to be majestic. Okay? Beautiful. Just flowing mane of sorts, you know. I know lions are generally the ones that have manes, but I imagine this Airwolf would have a mane of sorts.
I'm pretty certain someone already has drawn a canine persona with wings.
Well, no, it wouldn't have wings. It just flies. You know, you don't have to have wings to fly. The helicopter
What?
doesn't have wings, does it? No, it's got a choppa choppa. Maybe this wolf, you know, flowing mane and a choppa choppa on the top. Yeah. Less majestic than I thought, but...
What's not majestic about a fart-propelled wolf?
A fart-propelled wolf? I think you just explained why it's not majestic. Oh, Dogcopter from Steven Universe? I don't remember the Dogcopter. Dogcopter. Let me see. That's a pretty good dog. Yeah, I like that dog. Not as majestic as I want. I want more majesty, okay? Give me at least like twice as much majesty. These falling boulders are a real pain in the butt. But I do sort of agree with this game. If a boulder fell on a helicopter, specifically onto the blades or the tail, I imagine you would crash.
Yeah, it's just inconsistent with what damages you and what is a one-hit kill.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find some good designs for flying wolves. Okay. That one is just a wolf with wings strapped up, like slapped onto it. No, I don't want that. Oh, children's jigsaw puzzle. Okay, everybody, this is pretty good. This is pretty good, pretty majestic. I hope people can find something more majestic than the image I'm sharing with y'all in Twitch. I'm sorry, stream. You probably aren't going to be able to see it. You know what? No, we can go ahead and have a little bit of a feature in the middle. Let me go ahead and find some of these pictures here. Yeah, that's right. We're improvising. We're doing something something completely new here that is totally not gonna like be botched or anything.
Fairy art discussion. What could possibly go wrong?
This is a children's puzzle, okay? There's a difference. Absolutely different, okay? Okay, I will show you. It's going to be in the middle of the stream so as to not block any of the gameplay, because the gameplay is very important, okay? What do you think of this, everybody? How's this? The beautiful wolves. Look at them. They got wings and everything. That's all you can really ask for a majestic wolf, okay? Is that a puzzle? This is a puzzle. Yeah, good job. You got it.
Somehow, always by erasure is playing in my head.
Those are... Gosh. Fine. Apparently it was too majestic for some people here.
Nagarashi is back to prisoner number 2. Let's see if he got a pixel perfect again, yeah.
Oh, baby. Yeah, it's kind of impressive what this game wants you to do.
I agree, this game asks a lot of the player. And Nagarashi on to prisoner 3.
Yeah, let me see. Are there any more majestic wolves here? I found a stock image. This is pretty good. Okay, this is a fairly good image that I could share with people. Okay.
BV on to Sector 2. I didn't see him complete Sector 1. So that is a definite third place.
Very nice. Yeah. It's a stock image though. Okay, just ignore all the stock description there. But yeah, that's a little majestic. Okay, I like it. Okay, now this one from Rampage, I don't like it quite as much, okay? Yeah.
Eobard is also the fourth player, but he beat the first prisoner.
Yeah, this one's gross. It's got flesh wings. I don't like flesh wings. Not good. It's gross. Okay, so that's gonna go ahead and be, I think, probably it for all of the flying wolves that I find. No flesh wings for me, okay? Make them out of feathers. Gross.
Da-na-na-na-na-na, bad wolf.
Like, if you would have made it more like a sugar glider, sure, I would have been cool with that, but no, that was just flesh wolf. Ugh. Okay, yeah, so I'll think about getting the second person. It looks like Nakarashi and Nakarashi is going for the second rescue. Have we seen anybody complete the second rescue?
Yes, Nakarashi has completed the second rescue.
Okay, and moved on to the third. Good. Yeah, the thing is, like, even though this game is incredibly difficult, once you know how to do some of the areas, it gets a lot more consistent. Still, I don't like the stupid bracket elevator. Ooh, Nakarashi. Here's the deal. Nakarashi has learned one way to get the person, but has not learned the correct way. We'll put that in quotes, you know. Correct essentially would prevent you from taking damage while getting the person. And
yeah,
that would
and
make a decent difference.
Yeah, Nakarashi loses so much health that he's having problem getting past the phases. And because of how the map is, you always have to go through the phases.
Oh, yeah.
No matter who you pick up. Jesus the Frog also finding the pixel perfect way instead of the intended way.
I mean, if you can do it reliably, then why not, you know?
This is nice for... Hey, ooh, die to the boulder.
Oh, Nakarashi! Getting greedy. Honestly, it would probably be better to die at this point. Do you fill your health back up when you return somebody to base?
Yes, you do.
Oh, well, yeah, never mind then. Always try to make it back. Wow, my opinion changed extremely quickly with that.
Also remember that there is one life that continues. If you have someone in your helicopter, you better bring him back.
Okay, I've only found one wolf picture so far. That's a helicopter wolf. So let me go ahead and share that with y'all. Yeah. He's just flying the helicopter, okay? And it's 100% a stock image, so I don't know, it's okay. Not fantastic. Give it like 7 out of 10, okay? 7 out of 10.
Looks more like a husky to me, but I'm partial.
All right. Looks like a husky to me. Yeah. Website said it was a wolf. Oh no. Okay. I'm done looking because I found somebody made a helicopter OC and I'm not really a fan of that. I'm not showing anybody as well because it's fine if you make a helicopter OC. Like, come on, people made Thomas the Tank Engine OCs. It's fine. It's just I'm not gonna have one. No, I'm done. I don't need a helicopter Sona. I'm good. By the way, look at Jesus the Frog on to Sector 3. Very nice. I believe that essentially puts him tied with Nakarashi. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Nakarashi might have made more progress in Sector 3, but I'm going to have to look at exactly where they died.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's not over till it's over. We still have half an hour left. I wouldn't be too concerned until a little bit later on.
Also, this is really impressive progress from the player. This is not an easy game.
Oh my gosh. People in chat are talking about if I were a transformer, what would I turn into? Somebody said I would turn into a helicopter. Dana, I disagree. I would turn into a box robot, you know, one of those very blocky-looking robots.
Oh yeah, this is so annoying about Sector 3 because you have to bomb out the bridge, but you can only drop bombs when you're facing the screen.
A robot that turns into a robot? Bingo! That's the best kind of robot. Double robot. Yeah, I can see that, like, getting the helicopter to face directly at the screen or in order to fit through some of the spaces, it's a little bit quirky because you have to be a little bit to the left or to the right and then go back just to get the correct positioning. I mean, that's true with a lot of helicopter games, though. Once you start getting used to the odd movement, I think it's probably becomes doable. Oh, False Igabod, though. Having some fun pinball action. Unfortunately, BV, very low on health, but... the boulder! You do not want those boulders to get you.
I don't think Nakarashi reached the boulder. So that would put Jesus in first, but I'm not certain about that.
Yeah, tentatively, right now it's between Nakarashi and Jesus the Frog for who is in first. It's definitely one of those two, the other in second. Third and fourth, though, is a little bit... I don't know. I personally don't know.
This is a 12-point match, though. It means that the third and fourth will both be eliminated.
Yeah, you are correct if it's a 12-point match. So it really is important who is in the lead for this match. At this point, Nakarashi and Jesus the Frog would be moving on. False Igabod and BV728 would be eliminated. But anything can happen in Kuso6rande. You never know when a player will suddenly have a comeback. Oh my gosh. This music... this music isn't bad. It's just... getting tiring. I think it's because of the rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Like, it feels like I'm riding on a horse, and riding on a horse gets very tiring very quickly. Oh my gosh, I just realized I'm hungry. I could go for an Airwolf myself. Throw it on the pan, yeah. Nah. We'll pass, we'll pass. Ah. I'm just really enjoying all that this game entails. Yeah, this is something that I could definitely see myself playing for about 10 minutes as a kid, switching to something else, switching around for a few games, and then making my way back to this. We don't really have too many video games that are sold these days, except on itch.io that are like that. Itch, I like to call them bite-sized games, just because, you know, you generally aren't going to play a lot of them at a single time. You'll play a little bit, think it's fun, and then probably move on to something else. Windows 3.1 had quite a few of those, though. Like, Ski Free, for example, is what I would call a bite-sized game.
BV found the intended way to get prisoner number 2, but did it after he did it the unintended way, and then he died.
Oh no!
So I don't think he knows that was the intended way.
I just want to go ride a horse now.
Jesus, back to the Indiana Jones boulder trap.
Ah, okay. I'm currently under
So he has to
negotiations
shoot
for
up
lunch.
the chains.
Just if you hear background talking, that is what's going on. Well,
So
Oh,
what
go
you
ahead.
have to do for the boulder is to hit a switch so that the boulder drops down
okay.
into that pit. Unfortunately, I don't remember where that switch is.
Okay. Yeah, it seems like it gets a little bit hard fairly quickly. Time Wanderer in chat is saying, "Are you serious with this Airwolf? Like for real?" And yeah, I kind of get that feeling, you know? Okay, there we go. I have officially decided on foods. I'm gonna get a calzone, everybody. They're so good. They're not
They are
sending
pretty
it to
good.
space. Why would they send my food to space? Oh my gosh! Yeah, it's basically, if you've never had a calzone, it's a pizza that's essentially, you make a pizza and then you turn it into an empanada. You wrap it up, so the dough's on the
It's
outside.
a burrito.
Oh yeah, it's like an Italian burrito. Yeah. Calzone is also underwear? What? I hope it's not. And look, there's no way. There's no way. Okay. Oh, apparently in Spanish, when you say calzone, it sounds like underwear. Okay, fine. But that's not what it is in my state. It's food. Yeah, okay, that's what I've got to say. Woo. Well, here we are. We are 42 minutes, just under 17 minutes left in this match at this point. The players are making some fairly good pushes. What I do here's the deal. Like with a game like this, I do like that there is variety in each mission that they have to do. That's pretty good. It makes it fairly easy to watch and know how far somebody has made it. Even though it does get repetitive for the players, that also means that with one solid push, players can move significantly higher up in rankings, you know, and we could potentially see some big lead changes here. Now, we haven't seen too much happening for False Igabot and BV728 in the terms of progress, but oh yeah?
I think Igabot is the closest to returning. They are very close to returning prisoner number 2.
Okay.
But this particular game really punishes you for rushing.
Yeah, I can tell that. Luckily, there is no timer in this game, so they don't really need to rush. Taking it a little bit slow is completely fine here. That's the thing, though. It's the conundrum with races, in that many times, you know, people do want to go as quickly as possible because they feel that pressure. But going quickly can cause you to make more mistakes, sending you back to the beginning of a game. So it's not like a marathon where if you like trip and break your leg, you just start from where you are just with a broken leg. No, instead, you go back to the beginning with this game. You know, fall and break your leg, you're dead. You don't want to die, do you? Don't break your leg in video games. Yeah. Gotta go slow to go fast. That's a little bit correct. Actually, yeah, if you break your leg in a marathon, you're probably not going to go back to the beginning either. You're probably just done. I don't know. I've never run a marathon. Running is like the least enjoyable sport out there anyway. I'm putting that below, like, cross-country skiing, okay? Even cross-country skiing is better than running. Hey, Zeus the Frog. Gonna go through this bridge that, for some reason, even though you've destroyed part of the bridge, this car can just drive right through it. Good job, car. Oh, there we go. A little bit risky for Jesus, but okay, the boulder has been unleashed. Do not get crushed by the boulder. Unfortunately, it looks like Jesus may almost be oh my gosh, the meatball killed him!
You just had to bomb. You just had to bomb out the pit. Okay, you have to go in the pit. The boulder doesn't go in the pit.
Ah, yeah.
I got confused.
At least Jesus knows what to do this time, you know? And that was a spicy meatball.
Indeed.
Yeah. So spicy, it killed him. Oh, like, I just need a mental break from this music at some point.
Only 13 minutes left.
Yeah. You know what? I apologize. I'm gonna have to run away for about 1 or 2 minutes. So Donkey Clonk, if you're able to keep people updated, I will be right back.
Can you try to get Corn Dan or Dana in chat, because I'm pretty bad at that.
I can wait. I can wait. We're good. We're good. Let's see. Well, False Ichabod flying around, pinballing a little bit, but honestly, if he can just manage to get into this place with the person. Oh, he did. 1 hit left, but False Ichabod could technically make it out of here without dying.
Yeah, but 1 shield for the faces is pretty sketchy.
Oh, but he made it. Just do not rush here. Take your time, don't die.
Yeah,
and there we go!
Do not rush the boulders. Yeah, that's... That's Sector 3 for Ichabod. Ichabod, good job! Let's see what False Ichabod is able to do now. Like, False Ichabod has a chance of moving out of 3rd
place and moving into second or possibly first, depending on how this goes. Now, the thing is, knowledge is very important when it comes to these matches, so considering that Falsigabad has not been in this area before, may not know what he needs to do in order to get down. And as you can see, Falsigabad pooping a lot of stuff with the helicopter when what you gotta do is bomb. Yeah, there we go.
I'm not certain how far Nakarashi got in Mission 3.
Same. Ooh, Falsigabad dying right there. Unfortunate, but it happened. Yeah, we'll have to go, and if neither of them can make more progress than they had before, we may need to review tapes to see. But not really a huge issue at this point, you know? We still have 10 minutes left, and still a few decent chances for the players to make solid pushes. Do 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 do. Da, 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 da. Like, if there were variety in the music, I could really dig this, but it's so tiring.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have the whole theme from the show. The whole theme from the show has some da 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 the slower section as well.
Oh yeah. Well, that could have been nice. Honestly, if somebody played this for me, like when I was a kid, I would have fallen asleep just like that. I don't know why. This is so relaxing to me. I'm like trying to stay. Like, it's getting frustrating for me because I have to like try to concentrate during this, and you can't concentrate during this music.
I agree. There's something lullaby-like about this instrumentation. Kind of music boxy.
Yeah, everybody, if you want to fall asleep quickly in the future, just replay this match, okay, and listen to the music. Oh my gosh.
So the title show, this was originally composed by Sylvester Levay, who also composed the music for another Kuso6rande C64 game, Cobra. Composed the original for it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, don't fall asleep. Why? Why, Donkey Clock? Why? Can you sing me a lullaby?
I don't think further sedation is necessary.
Yeah, that's a decent enough point. Oh my gosh. Like, I've never had this effect from a video game. But yeah, like, oh, if you wanted to hypnotize people, you could also play this song. And then just
the
talk to them.
rocking motion from the helicopter doesn't make things better.
Well, I'm not going to hypnotize them when
intended
we're
way.
in helicopters.
This is the intended way, and now Nakarashi can complete stage 2 with more health.
Probably more health and also a little bit faster.
No, not the boulders.
No, the boulders, they're always out to get you. This is why you should avoid Colorado. Boulder, gonna get you. I'm trying to think, have I ever almost been hit by a boulder? Not really. I've probably accidentally caused some minor, like, I've thrown rocks off cliffs. I don't think there were people at the bottom. But, oh, no. I remember there has been some fairly difficult trails or rock climbing, probably not trails, that Like, honestly, people ahead of you could very easily cause rocks to fall if they stepped incorrectly. Yeah, Utah, the thing is, while some places are extremely flat, there are also tons of mountains, especially in the northeast part of the state. I guess Southwest also has lots of canyons and such. Utah is very diverse when it comes to areas. But yeah, when you're climbing up a fairly steep slope and it's, more of less of a trail, more of like a pile of just loose rocks, there are occasionally going to be rocks that look like they're stuck in the side of the hill, but are loose instead. And so watching out to make sure that they don't fall and hit somebody, very important. Yeah, I've had some of those almost hit me. And possibly been hit by some small rocks falling down mountains. Yeah, it's real. Something to worry about. But usually is only a big worry if you are doing that with other people, which you should, because you don't want to slip and fall down the mountainside on your own.
That is good advice.
Yeah. Nakarashi took a lot of damage, but not a huge deal, because he's gonna be saving this person really quickly. Yay! Oh yeah, also, good point by chat, don't get your arm stuck under a boulder, because that did happen in Utah. And yeah, the legendary guy who eventually had to cut off his own arm in order to escape. As it turns out, rocks are heavy.
Nakarashi on to Mission 3. This could be a lead change. Yeah?
This could be, yeah, if Nakarashi can make a little bit of progress here, he could pass Jesus the Frog and move into first. Nakarashi is either in second or third right now, I'm not completely sure. I believe second, but we'd have to go back and review the tapes. Chat. Okay, somebody in chat, Box Type Beatnik is saying, always have company when falling off a cliff. I know that you're joking there, but that's actually really good advice. If there is a chance that you are going to fall off a cliff, you should have people with you.
Nakarashi will
just got a bomb.
Yeah, if Nakarashi bombs through this bridge, he will beat Igilod. This is completed the wrong way.
Oh, yeah, this is not gonna work at all. I can sort of understand the frustration there. That bridge looks solid. It doesn't look like something you should be able to get through. Like, who? And then again, it is a bridge, and they're sort of... You just gotta shoot everything. That's the rule of video games. If you have a gun, you have to shoot everything. At least once to see if it does something. It's sort of like JJ and Jeff, that game, you have to kick everything. This, you shoot everything.
Yeah, we'll need to check if either Igilod or Nakarashi bombed the bridge, because that is the progress point.
Oh, by the way, yeah, considering that I did start the timer late, they don't have to play an extra 30 seconds, I just have to stop it when time runs out. So I will be ready, which honestly will probably be more around the 59-minute mark.
Jesus still dying to the boulder.
Not the boulder. Hey, someone is saying there was a lead change? Oh, yeah, lies, Time Wanderer, lies. Yeah, Jesus just beat Jesus. Okay, as soon as we have Crappy, our Discord bot, say that it is time. I will hit our timer in just a little bit. Come on, Crappy. Tell me the match is over so I can turn off this music. And there we go. The timer not stopping for me, but that is it. The match is done. We are through, and everybody can go ahead and throw their hands up in the air and thank you for those Airwolf. Oh my gosh. There's actually an Airwolf emote on Twitch. I love it. Thank you for the Airwolves. Choppa, 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 choppa. That is it. If I am not mistaken, Jesus the Frog takes first. But between False Igabot and Nakarashi, I'm not sure who took second and who took third. And it's really important because, you know, whoever took third will be eliminated. Fourth place, BV728, great job. Unfortunately, not able to make a lot of progress in this, but it's a game that is really, really difficult. Yeah, how do you think they did?
This is a great performance from every player. I had real difficulties with the mission 2 when I tested this.
Yeah, honestly, like, considering that there's a little bit of a puzzle element and you have to keep floating the entire time. Oh my gosh, yeah, that is really, really annoying. Okay, hey, Zeus the Frog, congratulations! It really, yeah, from everything that we've seen, you were the only one who made it to the boulder in the third mission. Mind you, that boulder kind of tried to kill you a few times.
Yeah, I only had 2 attempts to figure out what to do. The first time, I just died of the boulder. Got back there again, I'm like, how do I get past? Oh, there's a pit. How do I open the pit? Then I figured it out and died on the wall.
Yeah. Ah, that wall. I mean, you almost got it, but not quite.
Yeah, in this game, you don't ever hit one wall.
Yeah. Is there any way to rescue the second scientist without just bouncing on the walls there a million times?
The second one, yeah, it's actually a little bit of a puzzle. There is water that you can fill up that raises the platform under the scientist up to a place. Yeah, so if you go to the left a little bit, there are some things you can shoot.
I didn't even think that. I was like, scientist, rescue him. Don't even go further into the room.
Yeah, Nakarashi was the only one who did that the intended way instead of the pixel perfect way.
Yep. So good job, Nakarashi, for figuring that out. It was a little bit late in the match. I can completely understand why people wouldn't figure that out. If you find one way that sort of works for you, as long as it's not overly dangerous, then yeah, sure, stick with that strat. And considering that you get a full heal when you return to the base, it's probably fine that you didn't find that, you know?
Yeah, that's what I figured. Just tank all the damage. So, most likely I'm going to die in those red balls anyway.
Yeah, very possible. So what did you think about the game?
I think it's a game that requires you to be extremely precise, but that does not permit you to be at all precise. It would be a decent enough game if every time you rescued a scientist, it saved your progress.
Yeah.
So you from that point. Otherwise, I don't know.
Yeah, Then again, the game, a lot of Commodore 64 games were short enough that having a high level of difficulty definitely made them, like, more of a challenge instead of just a 10-minute game to beat. You know, you actually had a reason to put time into it. So I can understand making it extremely difficult, but at the same time, I do think that having an easier mode would benefit the game. And honestly, it wouldn't take away the fun because there could still be the challenge of going through the game with one helicopter, you know?
Right. If you want to do a one credit clear, you can do that. It'd be a good challenge. But if you want to just try to play the game and see everything, it should be possible.
Yeah. That's a good note. I actually really like that idea, yeah. Well, cool. Hey, Zeus, are you playing any other games on stream these days?
I'll be honest, I've not been streaming at all recently.
Well,
Doing,
that's okay.
other things in my life, but
What about offline? Any games you're enjoying?
recently started doing a bit of Minecraft again. Started playing FF14.
Yeah, to both of those. FF14, it just consumes your soul. Hope you're ready.
Well, I try to not do that.
Okay, good luck.
Well, I've had MMO experience. I played WoW when it first came out. I played the MMOs. I know how to.
I only
Avoid falling
played
into the
WoW
MMO
for
pit.
like a week, and then I stopped playing, so I somehow avoided the bugs.
I realized, that given how I am, how WoW is, I could play WoW 12 hours a day, every day, and do nothing else. So I intentionally don't let myself do that.
Well, good. Thank you so much for playing. I'm really glad that you joined us, and great job on this performance. You managed to get through a lot of Airwolf. Donkey Kong, I appreciate you choosing this game, and both of you have a great rest of your day, all right?
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
All right, see you two later. Everybody, Kuso6rande, the Bad Video Game Tournament is here for... We run throughout most of the year. Don't worry, we are not going anywhere for a while. However, I will be running away from the computer for 1 to 2 minutes in order to grab just a little bit of a snack as I wait for lunch. And yeah, we will be back. So see you in a minute or two.
Hello, my name is Cynthia. I like to stream the video games. How are you doing, all of you epic gamers? Hello, I am back. You thought I would be gone longer, but I'm not. Can I get some crappies in the chat?